For me, I don't know, I like call myself like a soul dancer because I never grew up with like a ton of training or anything like that, although I would have loved to. I just didn't have that opportunity. But I don't know, my style of dance is very like psychedelic and like spiritual and kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. I don't have like a specific dance genre. I'm like inspired by like little bits and pieces of different genres. Like I've been inspired by like belly dance and ecstatic dance in general, and kind of like street kind of hip hop and like really grungy and like, I don't know, harsh kind of moves. Like I like both like moves that are like a goddess and feminine and flowy, and then also very like staccato and heavy and grungy moves. I'm like into both styles, so yeah.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
And so what does dance do for you?
Dance for me, honestly, like when I dance, it's probably like the time I feel happiest and I feel most at peace. It just really brings me into like full body presence, and as an artist that's like something I work so hard towards, and yet dance just brings me there instantly. I don't even need to try, and suddenly everything else is quiet and I'm just like with myself. And so for me, like dance is like healing, it's invigorating, it's uplifting, it reminds me I'm alive, and it just like makes me feel like my essence and my body is art, and all I have to do is move it to be art. And it doesn't matter if someone else is watching, but like I know I create art when I dance, and that feels really freaking cool. I'm a very like intense person, so often when I'm dancing I notice like different like emotions pop up. Honestly, a lot of like rage moves me. I love being able to like expel my like female rage through like thrashing and movement. Also my feelings of just, I think everyone living in society feels at some extent like they're kind of like bound or trapped in some way. So the ability to feel free in that moment really moves me, and the ability to say I have my freedom right now, like in that moment of dance, and I have like the choice to feel peace and freedom and move my body the way I want to move it, exactly how I want to be, and just kind of seeking like this sense of peace, like this, I don't know, to me like dance is just like such a beautiful gift, and movement's such a beautiful gift that I've discovered, that it's just like so special to me. But honestly, like even recently I was at an event and I was moving and I was just like, I gotta feel alive right now. I have to seize this exact moment to feel as alive as I can, and I did, and it's just, I don't know, I'm like so grateful I can be a human that has the space to feel like these things. Yeah.
Did you want to talk a little bit about the first sequence that we filmed in the studio at UBC, and kind of tell me how that experience felt for you?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been actually like thinking about it a lot because I feel like it was like a very like special and magical experience, and I've trained, like I'm in an acting program right now. We've trained a lot with like contact improv just with my small ensemble, and that experience of, you know, being able to just connect with people on such a deep level through contact or no contact, but just like staying connected has really like, I've just been really like interested to see different ways humans can connect other than like romantically or sexually. Not that that doesn't have like a place in dance as well, but I feel like people often think that's the only way they can be that intimate. And to me, dance is like this portal that you can be so intimate with people. So coming into this, and I don't think we've quite danced together. We kind of like did some flow fan stuff, but like I was kind of like open-minded, but I was like, either we're gonna vibe or there might be like awkward energy, or like who knows, right? I wasn't sure. I know I'm someone who's like very I find ways to get comfortable with people, but I was like, yeah, I feel like it took me a moment through the first few sequences to kind of let go of the fact of being filmed and take away the aspect of performance, even though like I had removed a lot of that, but just to kind of ease into it. And then I found once we started moving together, it actually really helped because and I actually enjoyed dancing with you more than I did solo, which was nice because I had someone else to focus on and like keep checking in with and share my energy with. And
it's that human connection, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know, I was just like very pleasantly surprised by the way I felt our dance styles and our energy. I felt like it became very apparent to me during our first duet, and running the song a few times and getting into it more and more that we were like on the same page, like at a soul level is how like I took it at least. And I think it's really cool that dance could kind of like show me that. And I'd say like I don't know you super well, but I feel like that dance like made me be like, oh, this person's like truly my friend now, or like they've like connected to my like soul.
So close to you during that dance sequence. It was really beautiful.
Yeah, so I was just like very like pleasantly surprised and delighted. And also it's, I don't know, I'm very happy when someone can be on my level dancing, and I just felt like I don't know how to put it, like we're just on the same page.
We were free and we weren't embarrassed about how we looked or if we were being silly or not. It was all just about expressing ourselves. Like I really felt free in those moments and like that childlike play, which is for me where my dance comes from. It comes from that essence of being childlike and expressing yourself, and there is no rules, right? Like because often dance is so regimented, and when we think about ballet, which was the concept that I wanted to use, the white swan versus the dark swan, and then today we'll be doing a pink versus blue, you know, the lighter side of that ballet. And you know, ballet is so regimented, it's so restricted, and in my experience when I was growing up, I created this persona for me because I never got to do dance as a child. I grew up quite poor, and I made up this lie when I was a little kid that I didn't want to do ballet school, and that was the reason why I chose not to do it. I don't know why, but I used to tell people, I used to say like, oh no, like my mom used to try to drag me to ballet class and I wouldn't go because I didn't want to be a part of that regimented feminine, you know, coding of ballet. And it was like this weird fake lie that I made up to make me feel better about not being able to have the opportunity to experience a dance class or do something like that. I don't know why. And I remember I had a screen name on DeviantArt and it was like Psycho Ballerina. And I used this whole story as an identity for my online presence when I was like probably like in middle school. It was very strange. And now I think of ballet as so beautiful, and I see this resurgence of adult women and people doing ballet, doing contemporary dance, and just doing it to do it, not to be like in the real Swan Lake, but to just, you know, express yourself. And that's why I really like this concept, because it's, for me, it was taking this origin of my dance and then sharing that with you and recreating the ballet in a way that makes sense for both of us.
Totally, yeah. And I grew up also poor and not wanting to do dance class. Like I've always been artsy. I've wanted to do dance, all that, just could never afford it, and would see all the other kids like doing those classes. But I feel kind of the opposite. I would just like, I'm the type of person where I'd be like, I always wanted to do that, but I couldn't afford it. But you know what? I'm a soul dancer.
Yeah.
Like even like when I go to auditions or they ask my dance background, it's like, no, I don't have like years and years of training, but I am a soul dancer. I am a dancer, and like it's literally a part of my identity, and I don't need like the validation of like money into classes or a parental choice to put me into something. Like I choose, and I know I'm a dancer. And also like you asking me to do this project like also like helped me be like, yeah, I am seen as a dancer, and everyone is too.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's and also just like dancing with you like kind of connected me to the ability to be like, oh yeah, we are dancers, and we aren't even nothing was choreographed.
Nothing.
And it was all just like based off of like in the moment response to each other. And there's so many like beautiful moments from that, and I'm just like really fascinated by art that's made in the moment.
Yeah, me too.
Like not pre-planned. I love in acting when people get up and they just do improv and something like a brilliant moment happens. And I feel like the same thing happened for a dancer. Like I used to do art late at night where I just paint a whole painting in like 3 hours and I wouldn't touch it again. And it was just like captured that like essence of like, I don't know, that particular human experience,
Yes,
right?
I did that very recently. I did 2 paintings and they're not finished, but I just really wanted to just like get my emotions out because I was very mad and upset, and I was just like, and I'm actually going to get them. I have them right here and we can hold them up. Literally the color palette for today. Now,
sick.
this is not anything that's finished, but again, art isn't about the completed project for me. Art is about the process. And so, you know, I love that, you know, everything relates. We've got this white and blue, the dark and the light sides of us, and we need to be able to express our emotions from a dark place or a light place, because you can't have one without the other. And you can see the aspects of, you know, all that good stuff. But yeah, it's so interesting that you mentioned that, because I was like, I just did these paintings.
Totally.
But you know, art can come from anywhere, and that's why I'm just so happy to be a part of this community and meet so many wonderful dancers like yourself, and be a part of this beautiful community, but also to connect with others, because I think, like you mentioned, dancing is really about connecting with the audience, connecting with the other dancers, and connecting with community. And that's kind of the goal around why I'm making this film, is to connect people and share our stories as dancers and as people.
Absolutely. Yeah, dance for me, like I'm someone who struggles with like feelings of loneliness or depression or like whatever. The human experience is very hard for everyone. And dance is one of those things that whether I'm dancing by myself, I feel so full and completed and totally content with myself, and dancing with others, it's like, oh, I'm really not alone. Like this human is with me on this earth. Like I'm not the only one having this human experience. It just makes it really apparent, like just the way we exist in our society is so bizarre sometimes, and it's how the world has become, where we have to do things, we have to work 9 to 5, we have to live in boxes, and it's just like weird, and we are formal about the way we approach people, and it's also like fake in a sense, or it's also constructed.
It's clinical.
And it's not the way we came on earth. Like as a child, we were taught to become like that. As a child, you just come up and you like hug someone because you like them, or you go and play with something, or you just do things because they feel right, or if they don't feel right, you back away, and you're just like very in touch with like your impulses. And I don't know, yeah, dance like definitely brings me back to like my inner child and like that joy, and it also like really connects me with like my current like womanhood and personhood, and yeah, all those good things and messy things too, but it's like it gives it a safe space to explore like all the emotions, you know,
all the feelings of your femininity, your masculinity, the spectrum of human existence. Absolutely.
Totally. Yeah, I feel like when I dance, I'm not like, I don't always like feel like I see my body anymore. I feel like I'm just this like soul in this like corpse moving energy, like, and I feel like sometimes when you dance with someone, it's the same way. Like you just lose that sense of like seeing who they are and their background, and they just become their essence. And yeah, and that's like a really beautiful and healing thing in this world.
I love that. Thank you so much for being a part of this project, and I'm so happy to have shared these dances with you and to do a little bit more today.
Yes, and thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dahlia, for being a part of the What Moves You film, and I hope you keep on dancing and expressing yourself.
Hell yeah.
Yay! Okay, everybody, if you enjoyed the dances with Dahlia, please follow all of her social medias. It'll be linked below, and connect with her if you want to do some work with her in the future. And please stay tuned for our next dancer that will be a part of this film project very soon. This will be a huge project with many dancers. And if you're interested in being interviewed and danced with, and you are in the British Columbia, Vancouver area, please reach out, send me a DM on Instagram, and let's connect and make some art together. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Please comment something that you enjoyed about what Dahlia said. Please share what resonated with you. I would love to know in the comments below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel for weekly videos, art-related, dance-related, and just life and the human existence. I hope that I can see you join me on my little journey of being an artist. And yeah, until next time, take care, and we'll see you again soon. Goodbye.